is up? What is up? It is Nicole Cheney, and Ryan is helping me out today, making the cookies and cream fat bombs. He's helping me out because normally this is like a two-part thing where you make the cookie part and then the cream part. But for this video purposes, we're doing it all at the same time, so we're both working on it. Okay, just to show you guys how to make it, okay? So what I did before this video is I took my almond flour, okay? There's half a cup of almond flour in here, and if you can see, it's brown. And almond flour is normally not brown, it's normally this color here. So what I did is on a saucepan at medium heat for about 2 minutes is I cooked it up, and it turned till it was like about a golden brown, okay? And you want to do that so you get that cookie crumble feeling to it, okay? So that's what I did before this video. Right now, currently, he is mixing up some 1/3 coconut milk, 2 tablespoons of sweetener. We're using Swerve for our sweetener, okay? That's what we're using. And with a pinch of salt. And he's just heating it up on the stove to dissolve the sugar, okay? And then once it's dissolved, he's going to take it off, cool. And then I can carry on over here with it. So that's why we're doing it at the same time. So we can just go at one flow motion of this this video, and you guys don't have to wait like an hour long for it or anything, okay? So this video is going to be like a lot shorter for you guys, okay? So with this almond flour, we're now going to make it look like OREO cookies, okay? So I have the almond flour. I have 2 tablespoons of the cocoa powder. I'm going to put that in, okay? All right, and I have 2 tablespoons of the sweetener, okay, and we're going to put this in. And then I have my pink Himalayan salt, and we're going to do a pinch of salt in here, okay? And then we're going to mix this all together. Okay. So how he's doing it is he's whisking the Swerve into the coconut milk so it dissolves that way, okay? It doesn't take very long. It should only take about 2, maybe 5 minutes depending on your stove. And then it's done, and then he puts it off to cool so it's cooling, and then I can use it as soon as I'm done making the cookie crumbs, okay? So the almond flour, the Swerve, and the cocoa powder, it's all mixed to here. It's like light, I guess a brown color. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add 2 tablespoons of melted butter in here. And we're going to mix it all together. That's what we're going to do, okay? And then doing that gives it that cookie chunkness to it. If that makes sense. If that makes sense. Do is try and get as much of the butter out as possible. A little more in there. Okay, so I'll take this and I'll show you guys what it looks like, okay? Now it looks more like cookie crumbles, okay? So it's nice and like cookie crumbly, all right? Now, these are the trays that we use for our fat bombs. They are literally the perfect size, okay? They're nice and small. They're like, how do you, okay, there you go. Okay, they're nice and small, and they have a rubber bottom, so they're easy to get out. And this is the perfect size for a fat bomb. Let's see if I have another ice cube tray here to kind of show you the difference. No, I think it's actually in the freezer. But a normal ice cube tray is just too big, okay? A lot of people use ice cream trays for fat bombs or muffin tins. Those are too big for fat bombs. If you use those, you have to cut, for a muffin tray, you gotta cut it in quarters for an actual 1 serving of a fat bomb. And for ice cubes, you have to cut it into 1/2. Okay, and half for 1 serving of a fat bomb. So we found these. These are like the perfect serving size. Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna line the bottom of this with the cookie crumble. Okay. So just a little bit of cookie crumble, just a little bit. And what we're going to do is we're going to line the whole bottom of these trays with it, just with a little bit of the cookie crumble. Okay. Not much, just a little bit. Okay, so they have just a little bit of a cookie bottom to it. Have you guys ever had, see, my mom used to make it all the time as a kid for me because I love Oreo cookies. Like, they're just like my favorite. But have you guys ever had the Oreo cream pie? I don't even know if they still sell it because I haven't had it in like forever. But the Oreo cream pie had Oreo cookie bottom, okay? And then like the cream center with a little bit of Oreo cookies kind of mixed into it and kind of on top. That's literally what we're going to do for these fat bombs, is make them that way. So we're just using a little bit of the cookie crumble in here as a base for like your little Oreo cream pie. Okay? And he's done with that, so now it's cooling down. So that's like perfect timing. Perfect timing. And you're just kind of like pushing down a little bit on it too, just so it's like a firm bottom as well. And when I'm done this tray, I will show you what I mean. As like a firm bottom. So of course, if you don't have like trays like this, you can totally use the muffin trays for your fat bombs or ice cube trays. Just remember that you're going to have to cut them in half so you get the servings properly. Okay? So you're not overeating your little sweet treat here. Okay? Because what these are, they're a great way to carve your chocolate cravings. Fat bombs are, okay? And they're also a great way to up your fats in a day, because I know fats are like the hardest thing to like get in us, right? So this is a perfect way to do it. So the entire bottoms are just kind of lined up and they're nice and flat on there. Okay, now I'm going to do the other tray. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer the rest of the cookie out of here, and I'm going to put it in a bowl once I'm done. Okay. My girls are just, they're so looking forward to this. Evelyn and Adeline. For those of you who are new in here, they are both low carb keto. Okay. And I feed them exactly what I eat. So yesterday we had noodles and sausages. They had noodles and sausages. Okay. Whenever I feel like a fat bomb, they have a fat bomb. They eat veggies and dip. Like, they are low carb keto. And yeah, like, it's not like I deprive my kids of like everyday things like cookies and whatnot. Like, yes, they have cookies. Yes, they have bread. Yes, they have all that. But we make it in a low carb fashion. Okay, so we use alternative flours like coconut flour, almond flour, that sort of thing, in our house for them. And yes, I still have like granola bars and crackers, and I just make it all from scratch. From scratch. Just what I do. I've always made stuff from scratch for about the past 12 years, actually. 12 years ago, I got diagnosed with severe IBS. I do not have it anymore because of the ketogenic lifestyle. my body has completely healed from it. But I couldn't eat anything without feeling sick to my stomach or just literally having abdominal pain. It was bad. It was bad. I lost a lot of weight, about 30 pounds in the span of like a week and a half. It was bad when I first got diagnosed with it, until I figured out kind of my way with it. And all I did was start making stuff from scratch, stop buying stuff from the store, and I started growing my own fruits and vegetables, and we've continued on doing that for the past 12 years. And I managed all my symptoms, and now I'm completely healed from it by just switching to a low carb lifestyle and fasting, which is pretty cool, right? Okay. All right, so we got these two. Okay, 2 trays are done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a paper towel for my hands. That's what I'm going to do first. Okay, I'm going to wipe my hands off. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these in the freezer now while I'm making the cream inside, okay? So these are going to go into my freezer, so I'm going to do that now. Okay, so now they're cooling. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the rest of the cookie crumble and I'm going to put it in this bowl here, and then we're going to start making the cream. So this one is more of the complex of fat bomb. We don't have this one very often because of how complex it is, but when I have the time to make it, like I do today, we make it. So I'm still going to use all the same bowls because, like, really, they're all going to get mixed together in the long run anyways. So now it's time to do the cream. And for the cream is the cream mixture that he mixed on the stove. Okay, we are going to put that in this bowl. Okay, and then we are going to get heavy whipping cream, which I had here. I don't know where it went off to. Ryan, where'd you put the heavy whipping cream? Did you already add it? Yes. Okay. Okay, so we're just going to put this in here. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to put just the milk and the sugar on the stove, and then you're supposed to fold the heavy whipping cream in after you're done cooking this. But it's okay. It's all right. It's all going to still taste the same here. It's just not going to have the same consistency. That's all. That's going to be the only difference with this, I guess. Okay, so now that we have the heavy whipping cream, now I gotta see. Okay, so now we just add the vanilla to it because the heavy whipped cream's already in there. So we have 2 teaspoons of that. Okay, and then we are going to mix this together. And then once this is mixed together, what we're going to do is we're going to add those the cookie crumbles to this, and then we're going to put it on top of the cookie base, and then we're going to have our cookies and cream fat bombs. But normally this would be a little bit thicker because you wouldn't cook the whipping cream, you'd fold it in, which makes it I guess more fluffy. So this would normally be thicker instead of really liquidy right now. But that's okay. It's just the texture that's different. Taste is still the same. We're going to add the cookie crumbs now to it. And then here you go. I am going to try and take this camera off so you guys can see the inside of the bowl, because now it's too liquidy for me to bring up to you. So let's just... There you go. Okay, so that's what it looks like. And if you folded the heavy whipping cream in there, it wouldn't be as this liquid. It would be more fluffy. Okay. All right, so I'm going to put this in the trays as soon as the cookies are cool. The cookie crumble bottom is done. It takes about literally like 5 minutes in the freezer, and then you pour this on top, and then you keep it in the freezer for about half hour. You got yourself some cookies and cream bath bombs. Okay, well, I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you guys later.